good. We had a friend over for dinner. So then my daughter was like, it's family game night. And I was like, actually, we have time. So then we had to do Clue, which I won last time, failed miserably this time. And then we played this googly eyes game where it's like basically you have to do Pictionary, like you have to draw things with crazy goggles on, like beer goggles, basically. That was fun. So anyway, it was a good little evening. I had fun.
Producer Calvin, how's your day yesterday?
Fantastic. I stayed up once again to watch Love Island. And it was the most chaotic episode. The Islanders had to write anonymous letters and they all had to read it out loud in front of everyone. And it was just opinions of how they felt about each other. So they brought up past traumas, past incidents, why they voted off certain people. It was so chaotic. They made my favorite girl, Amaya, cry. And so I voted for her as my favorite Islander.
Wow. So I was.
Wow, you're really invested. You're voting.
So invested.
I was listening to a podcast about Love Island because I haven't watched it this season. Because when you told us that there's like a new episode every night, I was like, that gives me so much anxiety trying to keep up with that. But I've seen everybody posting about it and talking about it. And so in this podcast, they were saying how this season seems a little bit different because there hasn't been like any big romances like there have been in the past. Have you noticed that, Kelvin?
Yeah, I don't feel like there's that many connections on there. There's one, but like I'm not really rooting for them.
Yeah, but like because like the turnaround time for the episodes are so quick that the producers are able to sort of like let them know based off reaction from people. And then I'm like, this just sounds like fun chaos.
It's a human experiment, all live television. It's horrible, and I love it.
I'm gonna have to jump in next year. I feel like I'm way too behind now since they do episodes every night.
That's too much. I would miss everything. I would miss it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to jump on the bandwagon next year. But last night I did watch on Netflix. They have this series of like short little documentaries called Trainwreck. That's the series. And I told you last week about the one about the poop cruise where they got stuck. Well, then I started like, well, what else do they have? And then they had this whole episode about American Apparel and about the CEO from back in the day. Because like when all this broke, I was in college, so I really wasn't like in pop culture a lot. But I remember seeing all of a sudden American Apparel was like the thing. And it just takes you back if you're a millennial that was in college around like, 06, 7, 8, 9, 10. It just brings you back with like the news footage and like what people were wearing and whatnot. And then I watched that one. And then they had another one on, do you remember, Holly, the mayor of Toronto who admitted to doing crack cocaine?
Yeah.
I forgot how crazy that story was.
Wait a minute. Was that like a long time ago or not that long ago?
So yeah, it was in like the mid 2000s. So this was like 07, 08, 2013.
Okay, because I was like, it feels like it wasn't that long ago, but then again, it kind of was, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, because I just remember that, but then there were so many other things that happened that it was a wild time. So that's a good series to sort of like not a lot of commitment. Trainwreck on Netflix. All right, it is 6 o'clock. We got Shoot Your Shot on the way after 6:10. But first, let's make sure you have something to do this 4th of July weekend. We'll get you a $50 Dave & Buster's gift card. Call us up. 1-844-HIT-961.
1-844-448-7961.
Good luck.